till we all got them buckets. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. This will be fielded at the 6, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Broncos head out for their first drive, and at the controls in his first season in the Mile High City, a former Super Bowl champion in Joe Flacco. And in Baltimore, they drafted Lamar Jackson. Eventually, he would take over for Flacco Week 10 a season ago. So Flacco out. Well, the Broncos said, we still think he has some time left in his career. They bring him in for some stability at quarterback, something that they really haven't had in Denver since the departure of Peyton Manning. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Flacco. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The 3rd year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Adams has it complete. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. It's our time. It's our time.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Jamon Moore, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47.
Rodgers now to throw again. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Watch the edge.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And the cutback to the sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
47 line. Hey, Zoo. 47. Down to lose one. Right. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Rodgers now on first down. Flushed out right, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that. And maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Rodgers on third down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go. We are going. Watch the pass.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
To throw again on second down. Flacco. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Let's go.
Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rodgers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Check, 47.
I smell fear.
Hey, check 26.
I smell fear in that offense.
47's the mic.
Hey, they're scared.
Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Jake Kumaro. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boom! That's how we do it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on D...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Hey, Echo. Hey, black.
On second and a long way to go. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Foxtrot. Uncle, over here. I'm going to come back to you.
Rodgers going to throw again. Quick slant, caught by Moore. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Go!
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
Yo, check 37. Inside. Kill.
Now Williams running left. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch twins. Hey, Haywood. Wide left.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Hey, high 7. 7's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball. 50, 26. Slam.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they?
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco, and the Broncos will extend their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This one fielded at the 5. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team. And
he has certainly been helping out his team so far. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All day, dog. Go right. Slam.
Rodgers now throwing again. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Hey, wahoo! Safety's quick.
On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Bud. We got double up.
And again, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 out.
Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now Flacco. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Coming left, it's Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
I'm going to run you over. Deuce. Check. Easy. Hey. Back more.
Check 24.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Right now, you got 58.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up.
Rodgers to throw once more. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jump out.
21, check Mike 21. Y'all not ready. Hey, check Mike 21, check.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are back within a score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Check nine, check nine.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation.
Emmanuel Sanders, 30, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 12. 2:08 on the clock. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, you block over here. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Check.
61. Matchbox lights.
25. Check. Go to 50.
Hey, Delta.
Check 3 inside.
To throw is Rodgers on 1st and 10. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
Go.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, 88. 47's the mic. Okay, over here. Check 3.
Rodgers again now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
50. Big stop, G. Big
exit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
White left. Check my 47.
Come on, D.
Rodgers to throw for it on forward. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Take four.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.